Jinger Duggar Vuolo opens up about what life was really like behind the cameras during her family's rise to fame. By Unleashed Hollywood News. Jinger Duggar Vuolo is pulling back the curtain on what life was really like growing up in the spotlight as part of one of America's most famous and most controversial reality TV families. On a recent episode of the Jinger and Jeremy podcast, which she co-hosts with her husband Jeremy Vuolo, the former Counting On star took a reflective stroll down memory lane as they rewatched the 2004 documentary special that started it all, 14 Children and Pregnant Again. It was this TLC feature that first introduced the world to the Duggar family and set off a nearly two-decade-long media journey that would follow the family through triumphs, trials, and tabloid headlines. "I remember we cleaned like crazy," Jinger said, recalling the family's frenzy of preparation before the camera crews arrived at their Arkansas home. "My mom always kept the house clean, we had our chores, but when the cameras were coming, it was a whole other level." Jinger, who was just 10 years old at the time of the special's debut, described the deep cleaning efforts in vivid detail. From scrubbing white baseboards to polishing smudged walls, the Duggar kids worked hard to make their already tidy home TV ready. "I'll never forget it," she said. "Those white baseboards had to shine. We scrubbed them so hard. And the walls too, because they'd get dirty with so many of us running around. We'd clean them all before the cameras rolled, making reality TV a family game." But it wasn't just cleaning that required preparation. It was adapting to being on camera, often with little context or understanding of how reality television really worked. To make it easier on the younger kids, Jinger revealed that her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, developed games and incentive systems to ensure cooperation during filming. "My dad realized some of the kids weren't wanting to buckle their seatbelts in the van," she recalled. "So he turned it into a game. The first one to say, 'click,' when buckling got a penny. It added up over time." The incentive system extended to chores too. The kids could earn pocket change for jobs like cleaning out the family's massive 15-passenger van. A crucial task considering how frequently they were all packed into it for family outings and filming schedules. "They had a running tally," she said. "If you cleaned the van or did little chores you got paid, not much but it was something. It made everything more fun for us." Learning to be natural in an unnatural setting. Despite their efforts to keep the experience light and fun, the introduction of cameras was still jarring for a child. Jinger admitted that, like her siblings, she felt awkward in the beginning, especially when instructed to act normal while being filmed. "At first, just having a camera in your face was one thing," she explained. "Then they'd say, 'Now try not to look at the camera. Just do your thing.' But we weren't used to that concept. It just felt strange." As the special aired and the family began receiving more attention, what had started as a documentary turned into a long-running television empire. From 17 Kids and Counting to 19 Kids and Counting and its spin-off Counting On, the Duggars became fixtures in American pop culture. Loved by some, scrutinized by many. The famous Duggar order. One of the most iconic visuals associated with the Duggars is their ability to move in near-perfect unison. A skill Jinger explained was honed from a young age through what the family called Code O. "We'd line up all the time," she said. "If we went out somewhere we'd hear, 'Code O.' That meant birth order, youngest in the front, oldest in the back." Laughing, she added, "We'd walk around like a pack of ducks. If someone wasn't in the right spot, we'd immediately correct it. It was just part of our family rhythm." Understanding the uniqueness of her upbringing. It wasn't until Jinger became a mother herself that she truly began to understand just how unusual her upbringing was, not just because of the cameras, but because of the entire structure of her early life. "We did a lot of things differently than most families," she reflected. "Even something as simple as going to the store, we would drive a shuttle bus. We had to because of the size of our family. It wasn't a choice, it was a necessity." She added that her mother's ability to manage a household of 19 children, while homeschooling all of them, was a feat she now sees with a much clearer perspective. "I think that's what fascinated people the most. It was this giant family doing everything at home, off the grid in some ways," she said. "Now, as a mom of two, I can't imagine doing what my mom did on that scale. It's mind-blowing." Reflecting with clarity. Now in her 30s and a mother of two girls, Jinger has spent the last few years slowly peeling back the layers of her public upbringing. In her memoir Becoming Free Indeed, she opened up about her decision to walk away from the strict religious teachings she was raised under, including the controversial teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles (IBLP), and its disgraced founder, Bill Gothard. Jinger's podcast with Jeremy now serves as a platform for them to not only relive old memories but also to re-examine them with clarity and nuance. Episodes like the one featuring 14 children and pregnant again offer a rare, unfiltered look at how the reality TV magic was made, and at what cost. It's interesting to go back and see it all now, she said. So much of it feels like a blur. But I think looking back helps you understand where you came from, and where you want to go. As Jinger continues to distance herself from the shadows of her family's complicated legacy, her voice has become one of introspection and resilience. While she may have grown up in front of cameras, she's now reclaiming her story on her own terms, one episode and one memory at a time.